Hey. Oh, wow. Okay, so here it is, my updated Xenoblade characters tier list. Now, the first one was kind of all just thrown together, not really in any specific order, but this time I kind of thought it through a little bit and wanted to redo it and actually put it in order as best as I can. All right, it's going to be hard to order this because look how many characters there are. With a series as big as Xenoblade, how many characters they have, it's kind of hard to order things. All right, so I'm gonna try my best to order it, and let's just jump straight into it. And we're already gonna be starting off a little controversial. Now, last time I think I put Shulk in C. This time I'll bump him up to B. All right, Shulk's not a bad character. He's just kind of boring to me. All right, and it's nothing to do with the Xenoblade 2 bias or anything. He's I don't know. The whole game or the story was largely revolved around him, so no one else really got any uh development. So much so that they had to make a whole epilogue, future connected, just to flesh out Melia's story a little bit more. So I don't know. I think it just focused too much on Shulk instead of the whole party as a whole. Kind of like Xenoblade 3 did a lot better with that, but it's still mainly focused on Noah and Mio. But it did give everyone else some screen time and development. Fiora, she's A tier, and really only because of Xenoblade 2. Fiora is so nutty. All right, she's like second best blade in the entire game, and I actively use her on Nia, and sometimes I just take her off of Nia because she just makes everything so easy. You can just spam whirling blade. I don't remember the recharge art, her crit recharge art. So yeah, Fiora is very nice in Xenoblade 2, and I just love Mecha Fiora. Ryan, I don't know. I don't really know if I should put him B or C. I'll put him in B. Ryan, I never really felt too much about. He's a cool character. I know he's very very meme worthy, but I was never really big into the Ryan memes. I mean, he does have some nice outfits, especially that green one. So I don't really have much to say about Ryan. He's just an okay character. Dunban Dunban is a badass character. Not quite A material, so keep him at top of B. But Dunban is really cool. I use him in my Xenoblade 1 party now. I use Melia, Dunban, and Ricky. At first, Dunban was kind of like Ryan now. I didn't really feel much towards him, but over time, he grew on me. Uh, Blossom Dance has been carried throughout the series, and it all started with Dunban. And he's just has this very cool, you know, uniqueness to him. He's like a badass dad that everyone loves to be around type of person. So Dunban's a nice character, right? He's really cool. Charla, the tier. I don't think this really surprises anybody. She, like the rest of the party, didn't really have much character development. We really her whole character is finding ghetto and then making jokes about Ryan being like a ghetto replacement. That's really about it. She doesn't really do much else other than talk about Gato and chase Juju. So Charla, I don't know. And just gameplay wise, she's not the greatest, but she's arguably the worst character in the game. Arguably, all right. I would kind of agree with that because I find use for every other character. So I don't know, Charlotte. I don't hate her, but I don't love her either. Now Ricky, he'll go behind Dunban. Ricky's a cool nop on. I like his voice. The voice actor did incredible. Ricky is very versatile in Xenoblade 1, and I actually use him as my healer over Charla. And he's just an all arounder. He can heal, he can do damage, debuffs, buffs, whatever. Ricky's just an all around character. So he's very good. Next is the queen herself, Miss Melly. Melly goes in S tier. That's not a surprise to anyone. I love Melly. All right. I didn't even start like playing as Melia until like close to endgame is when I finally like actually understood how she played and how to play her, because she's best played, you know, as you controlling her. She's terrible AI. She has garbage AI in Xenoblade 1. So it's best to play as her. And her design is gorgeous. Her name is gorgeous. All right. Her voice is gorgeous. And she's the goddamn queen of Kevis. How could you not love her? Melia is so great. And then she got all future connected about her. So I was cheesing at that. Melia is such a great character. All right. She has a lot of struggle too. She's pretty young in Hyentia age. She's like 88 years old, which I'm assuming that's young for Hyentia because she looks very young. And she's had like a whole lot to deal with. Not only did she see her father die in front of her, she watched her brother die in front of her. And at the same time, she's helping save the world and fight a literal god. So that's not easy to do. Next, we have Mumcar. Yeah, he's a C tier. I don't really care about Mumcar. I know this is it's gonna irk a couple people, especially one in general. But Mumcar, he's kind of just all right. He's just like a basic Xenoblade 1 villain to me. I didn't really have much attachment to him, like at all. I was actually excited when we killed him at at Galahad Fortress, or he killed himself technically. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about Mumcar. Dixon, Dixon, yeah, I'll put him in C tier. For a lot of these Xenoblade 1 characters, I don't really have much to say, which might be disappointing. Oh well, who knows? But Dixon, it's like actually hard to find something to say about him. He turned on the party in the game, and there was some foreshadowing for it earlier in the game. Um, Once he turned on the party and shot Shulk, he just became a straight up asshole. So that was kind of funny. He was like two completely different people. And it was kind of sad how he didn't want to let Shulk see him die, even though he didn't care about Shulk in the party anymore and he was actively trying to kill him. He didn't want Shulk to see him die, as to not appear weak, or because he was basically raising Shulk for his whole life. And that would hurt Shulk to see his mentor basically dying in front of him. So he didn't want Shulk to see that. So he, even though he was one of Zanza's disciples, he still cared about Shulk. Zord, I mean, he only really appeared on screen for like an hour altogether, I guess. Like he kidnapped Juju and then he died in the ether mines. So he didn't really do much of anything. Callian Callian Callian's a cool guy. I feel like he would get along with anybody. He kind of took Melia's place while she was out with the party and he was managing Alchemoth and the Hyentia and everything in Melia's place. And then the whole Lorithia thing happened. And he really did care for Melia and all the Hyentia people as ruler slash emperor should, even though he wasn't officially emperor, he was just taking Meli's place. And I think she even suggested that Callian take her place anyway, because she wasn't ready to be empress. I don't remember. Soren, yeah, he's kind of just there. Did he unlock? No. Did he unlock Present Island? I don't remember. He was there, and then Zanza murked him, and it was a sad moment for Meli and the whole party. I felt bad for Meli, but Soren was always just kind of there for me. Yumea, bro, did she even appear in the game? I think she only appeared one time ever, and that was like in that little cutscene when we found out Yumea and Tyrea were part of the Bionite Order and were trying to kill Meli. Other than that, I don't think I saw her a single time in the entire game, so I don't know what the hell to say about her. Lorithia, I don't really know where to put her. She's not like quite a D tier character. Well, I guess she is because I don't know. She was very boring for a lot of people. I never really cared for her. I do like her design a lot, and maybe just for that I might bump her up to C. I like her design, and that's really about it. She's kind of terrible. Alright, she's like a piece of shit. So I don't really have much to say. And then she manipulated Callian, which we don't stand for. But yeah, Lorithia and Yumea, they're like kind of in a weird limbo state. Now Tyrea, that's an A tier character. Alright, Tyrea, I love Tyrea. Even though yes, she was working with Yumea and I think Lorithia, she's part of the Bionite Order. She did try to assassinate Meli, which we don't like those. But Tyrea, I love her. Alright. Her design is great. Her character is great. She got her whole own side quest, Melancholy Tyrea, which just made me like her even more. And then she ends up reconciling with Meli in Future Connected. I'm really mad that she didn't show up in Xenoblade 3, but there weren't really any returning characters in Xenoblade 3 except for Nia and Meli. So I don't know. Maybe a lot of people are been talking about, oh, DLC this, DLC that, DLC story, DLC story, DLC story for Xenoblade 3. Everyone wants Shulk and Rex to come back in the DLC story, and they might because, at least from what I've been saying, I think and hope that the Xenoblade 3 DLC story, the Way Forward DLC story, is going to be a prequel, and it's about the founders and how they found the first Ouroboros stone, and then they found the city and everything. It's basically the story about the founders, which would most likely have Noah and Mio in them, since I'm pretty sure they were part of the founders. Since in that one cutscene, telling Noah about how they found an Ouroboros stone. So I don't know. But in the founders, it looks like Rex and Shulk were one of the founders. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe it's like how I've been saying before Xenoblade 3 even came out, that the DLC story would be like a mix between the Xenoblade 1 and 2 parties. I doubt, but hey, that'd be pretty cool to see. Egil, Egil's a B. Uh, I'll, I'll put him right here. Egil's a B character. He's a cool villain, alright? He's a very, very well written villain. I used to hate him because, you know, the classic mindset of, oh, he's a villain, he's an antagonist, I don't like him. But as I got older and more open-minded, I started to like a lot more villains now. And Egil is one of them. He is a very well-written villain with very clear motives and actually has a change of heart. And when talking to Shulk, then he gets murked by Zanza. So Shulk and Egil were actually starting to like work together, and then Zanza wasn't having any of that shit. So Dixon shot Shulk, and then I think Zanza killed Egil. So, but Egil is a very well written villain, probably one of the best in the entire series. Luxon made a whole video on Egil and how good of a character he is, so go watch that. Who's this? Is this Vanea? Uh, Vanea. I'll put her here. Vanea. I don't really. What did Vanea do? I don't really know if she really did anything. She was with the party for a little bit in Makanis, but she didn't really do anything. I love the name. Vanea is a fucking beautiful ass name. I love the name Vanea. The red eyes of all the Machina are pretty cool, and they look really nice on Vanea, and she has some nice titties. Alright, what else is there to say about Vanea? She has some really pointy ass legs though, that's weird. McQuall, yeah, I always forget he's in the game. Alright, he's like Egil and Vanea's father. What does he do? He takes us to Bionis Interior on Junks, and I think that's about it. I don't really know what he does, but he's there. Lenata, kind of the same. I do like Lenata a little bit more though. She did help Fiora and created her mecha body. She is like an insane medic. She's like, is she like the best medic in the series? I don't really know. I just know she's a lot better than Charla at being a medic. I'll put her like up here, top of C. Yeah, Lenata, I also like the name. I don't know, a lot of these characters, I like their names, and that's like a big part of their placings, are their names. Specifically, one character in general that we're getting to pretty soon that basically her whole ranking is because of her name. But yeah, Lenata's pretty cool. I don't really have much to say on her. Just like Gatto, I don't really have much to say. He's alright. You know, let me move Mumcar down here. I really don't like Mumcar. I don't really, I don't know. This is hard. Alright, Juju. Okay, maybe I shouldn't put him in D. I should put him at like bottom of C. He's not a bad character. I just don't care for him like at all. I don't, not even the memes are like anything too insane. So Juju's just kind of there to, as a filler, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, Juju's just kind of there. Vanguard, I guess, and see, he's not. He's just also kind of there. He kind of feels like on the border of NPC, an important character. He's not really like a main important character. He's also kind of there for just filler. But he's almost as if He's just a basic NPC. I don't really know how to explain it. Dunga, I mean, he's a Napon, and I like Napon, and he's pink, my favorite color. So that's really it. I don't really have anything to say about Dunga. Zanza, Zanza, uh, this one's kind of hard. I guess I'll put Zanza in A tier. He's not the greatest person, but he is. I love his design. He has a really badass design, and his boss fight is pretty fun. All his multiple forms, and his Monado's pretty cool. He is kind of a dick, a massive one, but he is the other half, like the evil side of Klaus, and I like Klaus a lot. Klaus is a cool character. But yeah, Zanza, he's just kind of like basic, arrogant, big airheaded god. So there's nothing too special about him. Now, Maineth, this is what I was talking about. She's an A tier strictly because of her name. She doesn't really have anything going on. She gets like 2 minutes of screen time in the entire game and then never again. So she has like no character development. But she did like connect with Fiora a lot, and she did speak through Fiora, so we got to learn a little bit about who Maineth is, and her design is really nice. But mainly I put her up here because of her name. Maineth is like my favorite name in the entire series. Whenever I play any type of game, for example like Pokemon, I'll choose a female character and just name her Maineth. So I'll like name my female characters Maineth in like every game that I have a chance to. I don't know. Maineth is an incredible name. I really do like that name a lot. And it'd be so badass to meet someone in real life named Maineth. Like named Maineth. Like imagine how dope that would be. That would be so cool. Maineth is a beautiful name. Now, my boy Alvis, alright? Alvis is goated. He's kind of like this aloof, like cool kid type of person. He doesn't really he's very calm like all the time. He's never really broken character. Like he's always very calm, level-headed, knows what to do. He's just a very cool person. He would be a very cool person to be around in real life. And he's the third Aegis, all right? So that just makes him even cooler. He's a goddamn Aegis. He basically created the Xenoblade 1 world. So he's kind of basically the real god of the world instead of Zanza, even though he's not technically a god. If you look at it under a certain light, he kind of is a god, not really. He's just poor, but he's a damn cool one at that. Otharon, um, fuck. I don't know about Otharon. He was kind of an asshole to Shulk at the beginning when they were in the ether mines. Mind you, Shulk didn't really say anything about his vision, so you can't really blame him for getting mad. But after that, he was okay. I'll just put him at bottom of C. I don't really know where to put him. I don't really have any strong opinion on him, so I'll just put him there. Now, my guy Rex, all right. Who doesn't like Rex? A lot of people actually, and that's pretty sad. But Rex is the homie, all right. I don't know how people can hate Rex. No, I don't think his voice is annoying. I don't think he's a wimpy kid. He's a very cool character, and eventually I will make a video on him about just about Rex and his whole character. But Rex is a cool person. He was just a regular boy living his life, trying to provide for his hometown at a very young age, which is admirable. And then he basically became the most important person in the world since he was the Aegis's driver. So he had to basically make his way to the world tree while fighting off the world because everybody wanted the Aegis. And Shulk, Rex, he's still a young boy, so he's very optimistic about everything. Sometimes it kind of hurts, but Rex is very optimistic and full of hope. And in the end, it all paid off because they saved the world and everybody was safe. He truly and genuinely cared about his friends and the people he was around and wanted the best for them, even if it was at his detriment, which I can relate to. Pyra Pyra's an A tier character. I know it's funny to shit on her because I know, but Pyra's a cool character, right? I don't really have anything against Pyra. I just think she's kind of bad gameplay wise. Not even bad, but Mithra is just better. Why use Pyra when Mithra is literally right there? Pyra is very good for blade combos though. The DOT is kind of nasty. But she has a nice character. I like her design. She has one of the best elements in the game for blade combos. I think fire is the best in the game for blade combos. But Pyra, yeah, Pyra's a cool character. Sky Bennett is a wonderful voice actor. But Pyra's cool. All right, I don't really have anything against Pyra. But here, Mithra, that's an easy S. Mithra is an easy S tier character. I love Mithra so much, and I don't even know why. Like Mithra was always cool. I've always liked Mithra, but within within the past couple months, I started just like really, really, really like Mithra just out of nowhere for no reason. And if you follow me on Twitter, you kind of would figure that out by now. But I even made a whole ass alt account on Twitter based around Mithra. So if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. Yeah, but Mithra, she's a great character. She's arguably the best character in Smash. I think so. I don't care. Joker, Pikachu, none of that. Mithra is top one and will forever be top one, alright? Don't at me. Mithra is an incredible character. Her design's great. Her gameplay is great. She's just a great character, bro. Mithra is so cool. Right? Her character, she first started off very cold and standoffish towards Rex, but then over time and by the end of the game, she really grew to care about Rex. So it's great. Tsundere, I don't know. I'm not into all that. But Mithra's great. Alright, I love Mithra. Now Nia, that's easy. Even higher than Mithra. Nia's like my third favorite character in the entire series. Alright, and I swear I'm not into cat girls, alright? I got a couple of people, especially this one motherfucker on Twitter who's always telling me I'm into cat girls. I'm not into cat girls, alright? It just so happens that Nia and Mio have cat ears. They're not even really cat girls. They don't have the tail or nothing. They're not Neko or anything. They're not even really cat girls. They just have the ears. The ears are okay. I don't like the characters because of the ears. They just so happen to be there, alright? I'll never escape these cat girl allegations. It's terrible. I did this to myself. But yeah, Nia's a great character. She's a phenomenal character. She's still the character I use in Xenoblade 2. She's my main driver. I started using Nia close to the end of the game, kind of like Melly. But I've used Nia ever since. I've been playing Xenoblade 2 since like 2020. I first started playing in 2020. I dropped the game for a while, but then I picked it back up and actually got into it in like 2021, early 2021, and that's when I started using Nia. So I've been using her for like a good year or so now. Good 2 years or so now. So I have been kind of trying to branch off a little bit, but Nia is like my go-to driver. She's great, all right, bro. Gourmati flesh eater. I love her accent. Oh my, what? That Welsh accent just murks my soul, all right? I get chills every time I hear it. I love the Welsh accent. It's incredible. Uh she's I mean, there's so much great about her. I don't really know what to say. I obviously can't say everything cuz I'd be here for hours just going off about how much I love Nia. But just know she's one of the best characters in the entire series. A lot of people like Nia, and it's for a very clear reason why. She's just the greatest, third greatest character in the series, alright? My guy Torra, A tier. I don't know why. Well, I do know why a lot of people don't like Torra because they think he's a perv. But Torra, he's not that bad. All right, he's a cool Napon. He's like my second favorite Napon in the series. But Torra's pretty cool. He built Poppy, the best blade in the entire game, Poppy Cutie Pie. So the game is free and broken because of Poppy Cutie Pie, who Torra built with the help of Tatazo and Susu, his daddy pawn and grandpa pawn. So Torra's a cool character. I like the voice. I like the design. The way he talks is really funny. I like Napon speak. I don't know. It's just really funny to listen to Napon talk. I said this before, but like having an entire Xenoblade game where the whole party is or just all Napon would be great. That would be like the greatest thing ever. Just the whole game. Just a group of Napon trying to save the world. That's hilarious. How is that not great? How is that not something you want to see? So I don't know. Torra is just a very cool Napon. So he's also the Napon I've been exposed to the most because my Xenoblade 2 is the game I've played for the longest. I have the most hours in, almost 600 hours. So Torra grew on me. I've always liked Torra. I'm seeing all the Torra hate on Twitter. All right, y'all can't do my boy like that. He's not that bad. I think that's also just part of the Xenoblade 2 hate and not just Torra himself. But hey, what do I know? I'm a Xenoblade 2 enthusiast. What word do I even use there? Xenoblade 2 biased? Bias isn't a noun. I don't know. But Xenoblade 2 is my favorite in the series, so I'm obviously going to defend it whenever I can. But Morag's A. I've been warming up to Morag a lot lately, a lot recently, and she's a really cool character. Again, her voice, the accent, I don't know what accent is that Morag has. I don't really know what it is, but it's beautiful. It's up there with Nia's. I love her accent. But she's a very cool character. I love double basically like double weaponed characters, like dual guns, dual swords, and Morag is a dual sword user on Brigid, but I love dual weapons. I don't really know why. They're just always been really cool to me. And Morag is an evasion tank, which is like my favorite class in JRPGs ever. I love playing as evasion tanks, so you could kind of, you may see where this is leading later on in the video, but evasion tanks, I love evasion tanks. Morag is a very, very cool evasion tank, and she's the special inquisitor of Morardane. And I kind of feel bad for her because she was supposed to be the Empress. When did her brother die? I don't know. She was the next in line, and there were no more males to fill, to take the throne. So she was next in line, and then Niall was born, and he took the throne as Emperor of Moradane. So I can imagine she would be pretty pissed off about that shit because I would too. She's been looking forward to that and working towards that her whole life, just for it to be sniped by a damn baby. All right. And she was constantly called a man her whole life. So I can imagine how that would eat away at her mentally and how strong she is to fight that and not let that affect her. So Morag is a very cool and strong-willed character. I love her. She's great. The homie Zeke is also A tier. Zeke, he's just this. He's just this. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. He's just a very goofy character. Guess that's the best way to describe him. He's very goofy. All right. How can you not love Zeke? He's just a goofy guy that doesn't really have too many worries in the world. But when it's time to be serious, he can be very serious and supportive. He's like 25, so he's like very mature for a 25-year-old, okay? I'm only 21, so I'm not that far off. But yeah, Zeke, he's cool. I also like Pandoria a lot, which he is the driver of. So that just makes him even better. Prince of Tantal, he kind of an outcast. There was a certain word they used in game. I can't remember. He was something like a prodigious, something like no. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. There was some word used to describe him as like an outcast prince or whatever. I think whatever the hell. Zeke's a cool character. Van Damme. Yeah, I didn't really. Van Damme's okay, I guess. I didn't really care too much about him in the little part of the game where he was at. I'd always switch him out and put Tora back in my party. So Rock is okay, I guess. Van Damme, he was basically a mentor for Rex and even taught him anchor shot. So he's a he's a nice guy and everything, but he never really stuck out as a character to me. I don't really like big, bulky characters. So I don't know. Dromark was kind of. I mean, he's okay, I guess. He's just kind of there, kind of boring. He was just, Nia's blade. He does care for Nia, and I don't know. Dromark's not bad. I just don't really have a lot to say about him. Poppy, Poppy's great. All right, I'm gonna put her. There's only one Poppy icon for like Cutie and Cutie Pie. Okay, so there's really only one icon for Poppy. Poppy, she's an A tier character. Poppy, you know what? Let me move Alvis over here. Poppy's cool, bro. How can you not love Poppy? She's like the most pure-hearted, sweet character in like the whole series. Poppy is just the definition of pure. All right, 100% pure in everything. Poppy's great. Alpha, Poppy Alpha, and she's just so adorable, right? She's like always so proud of herself. She cares about Tora, and she's just great. And then Poppy Cutie Pie is the best blade in the entire game, so she makes the game a joke. And Poppy QT, she has a DLC. I don't know, is it DLC? I think so. She has a DLC skin that takes on Melia's colors. So that's really nice. I like that one. I still have that one on her. I don't remember what it's called. I think it was like Miss something Princess, I think. I don't know, but I really do like her Melia alt. Now Bridget is like A tier, top of A tier. I don't really have any specific reason why I like Bridget. I kind of just started liking Bridget a lot. I do like her design a lot. I love her design. She's probably one of my favorite designs for blades. One of my favorite designed blade. I can't speak. Um Yeah, I don't really know what to say about her, but I'm not really into the whole mommy thing, but she gives mommy vibes, which a lot of people are into. Uh, but she gives really nice or really big mommy vibes. I love her dress and just like the whole blue theme she's got going on is really nice. And then her hair and her arms are on fire and like blue fire. I don't know. Um, yeah, Bridget's a hard one to describe because I don't really know why I like her. I kind of just have a natural attraction to her, and she's playable in Torna, which is just even better. Same with Mithra. That's also another reason why I liked Mithra so much because she's playable in Torna. So yeah, more of like a deeper connection, you know? But yeah, Bridget, I like Bridget a lot. I don't really know why, I just kind of do. She's just kind of one of those cases where I'm just naturally drawn to her for no really specific reason. Pandy, I like Pandy. I'll put her like up here. Pandy is cool. Um, she's not like the most memorable Blade or party member, but I love her design. She's got like the whole light bulb thing going on, and she's adorable. Uh, I just really like her design. And then one of her alt costumes or whatever is like a pink. It's like pink themed. It's got hearts everywhere, and that's just perfect for me because pink's my favorite color. So if like anything is pink, I will love it. Yeah, I really love her pink alt. So that's a big reason. But I don't know. I just really like her design, and the name Pandoria is a pretty name. Rock, Rock's just like a C tier character. He's kind of just there. I didn't really, he's kind of like Vandam, but I didn't really ever use him as a blade except for the required parts of the story. But yeah, I don't know. Rock's gender is 4, which is really funny. Um, I don't really have much to say about Rock. Now, Azerta, I guess he can go here with Dromark. Azerta, he was like a mentor. He kind of took care of Rex and while he was growing up. So, but I don't know. He's kind of just gives off like that pervy grandpa vibes, which is funny. But I don't really have too much to say about Azerta. He's pretty cool. I do like his dragon form, I guess, but I think I prefer him in this little whatever the hell that is form since he's been in that state for so long. The game. Oh, here we go, bro. Jin, my number one favorite character in all of Xeno. Not just Xenoblade, in all of Xeno, including Gears and Saga. I could go on for days, bro. I can make an entire video on why I love Jin and why he's my favorite character in the entire series. Jin is the greatest character in Xeno ever, all right? And we could get like 40 more Xeno games after Xenoblade 3, and Jin will probably still be my favorite of all time. Hell, it's even in my name, all right? Paragon and Torna. I named myself after Jin. Okay, so he's a big deal. At first, again, same with well, who was it? Egil? Yeah. I was like, oh, he's a villain. I don't like him. But as I started to learn more about his backstory and who he is as a person and why he decided, to join Malos and everything, and I was just like hooked. I was like, damn, I feel bad for my guy because I can relate a little bit. I can empathize with him. So I understood how he felt. So I don't that was just like a really strong connection with him. And then played Torna, which expanded on his backstory even more, making me like him even more. Jin is the greatest character. I'm not gonna go off on a rant about how great he is and why I love him so much, but Jin is my all-time favorite Xeno character ever. The best character in the entire series. He will always be number one in any list ever. All right, Jin is the greatest. He's actually the greatest character to exist ever in Xeno. All right, and you can't tell me otherwise. Him and one other character. All right, him and one other character are tied at first, and I'm pretty sure y'all know which character that is, but we'll get to them later on. Malos is a cool character. He's definitely A tier. I wouldn't put him S. I don't really know where I'd put him in A tier. He's a very, very great character, but I don't have that much like attachment to him. So I want to put him high up because of how good of a character he is, but I don't really know where to put him. I'll just put him right here. Malos is, it took me a while to start liking Malos. Even after, you know, I like Jin, I still didn't really care for Malos, but it's only till recently that I realized Malos is a very, very well written character. Also, his voice actor is insane. Was like David Menken, I think his name was, which is cool because one of my Twitter friends, she got a cameo from the voice actor of Malos on her birthday, and it was so cool seeing that, just like matching the voice to the face. It was so cool to see him talking in the Malos voice. I started popping off as if that was my cameo video. But Malos is really cool. And he even kind of connected with Rex at the end of the game. And Malos would have been a good character. He would have been, he wouldn't have turned out so evil if only he had a different blade, or different driver. A large part of his evilness, I guess, is from Amalthus. I fucking hate Amalthus. Amalthus's influence is what corrupted Malos. And he probably would have been a cool guy if he had literally any other driver. Even Rex suggested that maybe if he was his driver, things would have turned out differently. And Malos was like, oh, there's only one driver for me. Then he died. So even though Malos knows, it's like he's almost self-aware that him and his evilness is because of Amalthus and it's out of his control. But he accepted that and was content with it. Mikhail, I'll put him at like B, I guess. Mikhail, he's cool. He kind of pissed me off in Torna because he never really talked. Like, people would talk to him and he would just stay silent, which kind of annoyed me because I don't like being ignored. So I wouldn't really want anyone else to be ignored. So he never really said anything. And then when he did, he was just like deadpan, straight face, monotone, whatever. And it was a little annoying. But in Torna or in Xenoblade 2, he had like a complete 180 and was like a whole different person. Now he's this like upbeat, flamboyant, Mr. Suave out here to Petrolka. She wasn't having any of that shit, but he didn't care. He still tried it. But yeah, Mikhail's funny. He's a funny character. I don't know how the hell he didn't die when he was fighting Indal, but he didn't die when he was fighting Indal. Akos is just like the stereotypical glasses smart guy. Okay. I don't really know where to put Akos. He's not really a C tier character, but he's not like a great character either. Put him at like bottom of B. Akos, I don't really know what to say about him. It's kind of a shame that as a blade, he doesn't use his literal bow like he does everywhere else in the game. He kind of just uses a sword. And he would have been our first ever like bow user character that's like somewhat controllable, like non-NPC bow user. But we finally did get that in Juniper, and I love Juniper. But it would have been really cool for him to use his bow as a blade. It would have been cool to see. Crescidus. Oh no, this is severed. Like a lot of the actual Torna blades, like that were blades to the Torna characters, I'm probably just gonna put in like C. Uh, top of C maybe, bottom of B. I don't really like Crescidus, Sever, Perdido, and Abrona. I'll put them at like top of C. Now bottom of C. I don't really know where to put them. I don't really care for any of them. I don't really use any of them except maybe Perdido, but that was like for a day and I kind of got bored with them. Shit, this is hard. I don't see. I'm telling you, tier lists are very hard to make. All right, if you actually try to sit there and think about it, they're hard to make. I don't know if I should put. Should I make like an in between B and C tier, or like for ones that I'm like confused about, I can make like an in between B and C. But I don't want to start adding a bunch of unnecessary tiers and then the whole list is just cluttered, all fucked. Um, okay, I'll just. I don't really. I guess I'll put them in bottom of B because Xenoblade 2 bias. I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about them. Guess I'll put Abrona above them because kind of like Abrona. She's annoying as hell, but it's like a funny type. Well, it's not a funny type of annoying. Her voice is very annoying, but I like her design at least, I guess. Laura, Laura's an easy A tier. I'll put her. I'll put her up here. Laura, Laura's great. All right, she's Jin's driver, which just makes her infinitely better, and she's like a nice and caring character. No, she was saved by Jin. Jin saved her from Gort, and what? She's like 27. She does not at all look or sound 27, but she is. She has a very like calming. She's fun to play as in Torna. She became a knight of Torna. She's just an overall really solid character. I don't really have too much to say about her. She's just that good that there's not really much to say. Hayes can go top of A. Hayes can go like up here. I like Hayes. Hayes is a great character. All right. Actually, you know what? I might fuck around and put Hayes in S. Hayes, I love Hayes. All right, Hayes is great. She's like a dedicated healer in Torna. Um, she's Laura's blade. But look, there's like, what bad is there to say about Hayes? All right, she's adorable. She's like serene. Like you see it, like she's kind of like a pristine, elegant type of character. It looks very proper. Just, oh, I love her design. Hayes is such a great character. She's so pure and adorable. She's really cute. I like Hayes a lot. Uh, Adam Origo, he can go in A tier. Adam, he's a cool guy, I guess. Driver of Mithra. He's like the king, not the king of Torna. Well, he's next in line to be the king of Torna, but he doesn't really care about that. He just kind of wants to be a farm boy, basically. Just care about his family. He doesn't really care for all the royal formalities and all that. He's just kind of doing his own thing. So next is this Niall or Hugo? I always forget. This is okay, that's Niall. Niall see there. He's kind of just he's kind of just there. He's kind of just there. I don't really have much to say about Nile. If Hugo was there, then it would probably be higher. But yeah, Nile kind of sniped the throne from Morag. So even though Nile and Morag are cousins, they consider each other siblings, which is kind of nice, kind of cute. But yeah, Nile is just kind of there. Eulegiminos, I don't. He's also kind of just there. He tried to murk Pyra, but he was only like, oh, that's for her own good. So, um, to destroy the Aegis to make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. That's dumb. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in stuff like that. Destroying it is the only way to keep it from falling into the wrong hands. No, it's really not. You don't have to go and kill her like that. She's a living, breathing person just like you, even if she is a blade. So killing her isn't really the most ethical thing to do. And he said he didn't really want to do it, but he was going through with it anyway. If you don't want to do it, then just don't do it. It's that simple. It's that simple. There's other ways to keep her from falling into the wrong hands. And she was, they were Rex was doing a pretty damn good job at that before he met you. So I don't know. Google, yeah, he's a C tier character. He was the first console though. So consoles aren't a Xenoblade 3 thing. He was the first ever console in the series, I think. Was he the first? Were there any in Xenoblade 1 or X? I don't know. But I don't know why this list doesn't have X characters. But well, that would be a massive list. There's like 19 playable characters in X. That would take way too long to get through. But yeah, Dougal, I don't really care for him. I mean, he's a console, I guess. So that's nice. Minoth, I'll put him down here with Torna. I'll put him like right here. Minoth, he's a cool guy. He has like double dual guns, like dual gun knives, which is really badass. Gun knives are so cool. He can like switch between gun and knife, which is like the most badass thing ever. But he's fun to play as in Xenoblade 2 or in Torna. He's kind of like Full Metal Jaguar, like discount Full Metal Jaguar. So I don't know. He's a pretty cool character. I like the little like tuft of hair he has coming out from the front. I like that. But other than that, he's okay. Trash. Bana's trash. All right, he's terrible. Not a terrible character, but like a terrible person. He basically betrayed Rex and has been working against the party the whole time, creating artificial blades for. What the hell was he even creating artificial blades for? Was it for Torna? I don't remember. But yeah, Rakura, put her in D. I always forget her name. Only reason I remember her name because I was doing like a Xenoblade quiz, like all like Xenoblade 2 characters, and she came up in there. Like, who the hell is Rakura? I looked her up. It was like, oh, that's her. So her name kind of just stuck in my head. So she's a forgettable character for me. I don't really know anything about her except for she's the queen of Araya, which I didn't even know they had until I replayed Xenoblade 2. So she's just there. Same with this is Mui Mui. Let me put Bana down here and then Mui Mui up there. I don't really, I mean, just like Tora, Mui Mui not very interesting. So Paragon of Torna, forget he exists. Yeah, and then yeah, this one terrible. Okay, let's give it like a blue. This one, wait, no, this one, whatever. This one's blue. Make this black. Why not? No, because then you can't see it. Make that whatever color that is. No, that's an S tier color. I can't have that. Green? Okay, why not green? And I'm not explaining any further. Klaus. Klaus is. Why are there two Klauses? Anyway, okay, Klaus. I'll put him like bottom of A. Klaus is a. Klaus is okay. He's not like the greatest character. He doesn't really have much character development, but he's a very regretful scientist. You know, he caused the reset of the world and fucked everything up, and now he's punished to sit and watch over all rest the world created. Like his punishment to sit there for all of eternity and just watch over all rest with, you know, without the possibility to die as his punishment from on high, as he says, which kind of hints that maybe Udo is in Xenoblade 2 and there is some type of like upper and lower domain, and even Klaus as a god isn't like the highest order, and there's an upper domain and Udo is up there, and Udo doomed him to just sit there in all of eternity without being able to die as his punishment for basically fucking up the universe. So I'll put this Klaus up there as well because he's the more remorseful one. The scientist Klaus didn't really care, just wanted to reset the universe because it was like a gateway to a new mankind, he said. I don't really remember, but like God Klaus is the one that's regretful for what he did. Cosmos, oh Cosmos, I forgot Cosmos was in the game. Cosmos is an S tier character. I do like Cosmos a lot. Cosmos is one of my favorite characters in the series, not just Saga, but he's probably my favorite Blade in Xenoblade 2. Cosmos is incredible. All right, what bad can you say about Cosmos? What can I say about Cosmos that no one has already said yet? She's incredible. In Xenosaga, she's like the greatest character in Xenosaga. She's incredibly strong. She's a battle android, which just makes her even cooler. She could do all this cool badass shit in Xenosaga. It's so cool. And then she's one of the strongest blades in Xenoblade 2. So Cosmos is really cool. I like Cosmos a lot. I still actively use her. She's probably my most used blade in Xenoblade 2. She's the main blade I use on Nea. So Cosmos is dope as hell. All right, Cosmos is the greatest. I even got my Cosmos fix, Dojin. That I made a video of that, like showcasing that on my channel. So a couple months ago. So go watch that one. But yeah, Cosmos is great. I love Cosmos. She's an incredible character. She's the greatest. I don't know how I forgot about her. I forgot Cosmos was in the game or even in the series. I'm so bad. But yeah, a lot of these blades are going in like D here. Not because I dislike them, but just actually C. I don't know, because C is kind of cluttered. I don't want C to be the biggest tier in the list. I'll just make a separate list for blades, like a separate tier for blades. Again, I'm kind of just like crowding all of this, but I'll just put like all the blades in here because I don't really feel much for the blades except for a couple of them. So I'll kind of just put all the blades in here except for the ones that I actually really like, because there's a hell of a lot of blades and I don't use like any of them. Cassandra can go in C. I like Cassandra, but all these other blades are kind of just there. I don't really use any of them. Only really use like the DLC blades and like the post game late game blades. Theory I also use on Morag. But yeah, a lot of these blades are just kind of there. Dahlia can also go in there. God, I just told myself I'm not gonna make all these extra tiers just as to not like crowd it, and then here I am. But yeah, these blades are just kinda here. I do like the designs of a lot of them. I just don't really use a lot of these blades because I'm like the type of person to where I don't really like changing what I do. If I, for example, say if I've already used a blade for a while, it's going to be very hard for me to stop using them or to start using a different one. So once I'm like stick to something, it's very hard for me to change or even want to change doing that. So it's not like I don't like change, I just don't prefer it, you know? So yeah, even Gion's going in there. Padraig, as memey as he is, he's kind of I don't know if I should put him up in the high tiers just for the memes. Fuck it, I can't do Padraig like that. I can't do my guy like that. All right, he has to go at least high in the A tier. All right, I can't do Padraig like that. I'll put him right here. Padraig is funny. Right, that's really all he is funny. Poppy Buster, bro. Poppy Buster is an A tier blade. Poppy Buster is an A tier blade, and if you are confused why I'm getting so hype about Poppy Buster, I did. Oh my god, I made a video like a month, like 2 months ago, about beating Bringer of Chaos with only shield hammers. And Poppy Buster carried me through the whole game, bro. Poppy Buster is such a G. Poppy Buster is insane, bro. He carried me through the whole game. So I have like massive respect for Poppy Buster. God, it's like not even funny. I'm just cheesing right now because Poppy Buster is nutty. I slept on Poppy Buster so hard. Poppy Buster is so nutty. But Telos is also an A tier. I'll put her like higher up. I don't really know where to put her. I'll put her like I'll put her like right here. Telos is cool. She's like similar to Cosmos. Telos can hit like the highest damage numbers in the entire game easily on her own. Like she could damage cap outside of chain attacks with her specials. So, or yeah, her specials. I think even her arts too, if you have the right setup. But Telos is probably the highest damaging blade in the game. Disgusting. I love her design. I haven't played Xenosaga 3 yet, so I can't really say much else about her. I don't really know much about her character. I will get to Xenosaga 3 eventually. Alright, I will finish Xenosaga 2 eventually. Just not right now. But Telos, I do like Telos. She's pretty cool. Crossette. Crossette is an A tier blade because I said Bridget was my right there. I said Bridget was like my favorite design in Blade. Crossette is my second. Her design is gorgeous. I love her design. You know what? Let me put her like up here. Not back there, up here. I love her design. The black, okay, it's not wanting to let me put it up here. Her black and white hair is really nice. I do like that. Just her overall design, so she's got like rockets on her feet, so she kind of reminds me of Shadow, who also kind of has like a black and white. He's more black and red, but he has like some white accents. So she's basically like Xenoblade Shadow, the Hedgehog. But yeah, she's a nasty blade to play with. Her art recharge is insane on Nia. I can art spam with Crossette very easily. Like even better than Mio in Xenoblade 3 actually. It's insane. Her art recharge is so high for no reason. She has the best fusion combo damage in the entire game. So she's just insane. Cross set is even used in the DLC speedruns. So cross set is one of the best blades. She's a DLC blade, but I don't think that really should detract from how good she is altogether as a blade. I love cross set. Also, the name cross set is so cool. Cross set, oh, it's what? Listen to it. Cross set is such a cool ass name. Corvin, I've just only recently started using Corvin. I'll put him on like bottom of A. I've only recently started using Corvin on Zeke. He's very, very strong for no reason at all. All right, I slept on Corvin so much. He's fucking insanely strong. Uh, but he has some really cool specials. I think his level 2 special even purges rage, which is really nice to have, especially in Bringer of Chaos, so you don't get rage striked. But Corvin is insanely stupidly strong for no reason. I also think, is he also German? I don't want to like assume and be racist, but isn't he German? A lot of like I think his special names are like all weird. I don't know. I kind of I haven't seen them in so long, so I don't even remember what they look like or like spelled like or whatever. But I think they're German. Can y'all like let me know? Cause I don't want to be wrong and then be called out for it. But yeah, Corvin, he's cool. He's all right. Nene, Nene, yeah, he's okay. Nene and Kino I'll put in there. Um, they're Napon. I like Napon. Nene's pink, so I like her. She also resembles Ryan, which is kind of nice. Kino is kind of a crybaby, which is kind of funny. I also really like the green on him, and he's a healer. I like healers. Uh, Nene or Kino is also just kind of adorable. I don't really have much to say about those two. So, T-Lin, what does he even do? Is he even related to Melly? I don't even remember. Like, who is he? He's just like some high Entia kid. Is he even related to Melly? Is like, I don't even remember. Isn't Melly like his aunt or so? I really don't know what the hell T-Lin does. I didn't really pay too much attention to the FC story. A lot of the FC characters I just don't really know anything about. Gaelgar, yeah, he's like trash, terrible. He's isn't he like a I don't know. He's just a terrible person. All right, he was willing to kill Melly just so for something. Again, the FC I'm just like cloudy on. I don't really remember. Maxim, he was an asshole at the beginning. Then I guess he kind of redeemed himself, but I still don't like him. First impressions are important, and he did not have a great one. This guy's also from FC. I don't even remember his name. That's how much I just don't care about him. My guy Hugo. My guy Hugo though, he's a B tier character. He's a B tier character. I like him more than Niall. He did a little bit more than Niall. Um, he's kind of cool. He actively helped the party in Torna, and you know he's a playable character. So I think his design is cooler than Niall's too, even though they look exactly the same. They are two different characters. Like Niall, yeah, Niall looks younger and his hair goes off to the opposite side of Hugo, and he doesn't have that weird ass crown. He has kind of like a feather, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Hugo's kind of nice. Milton, uh, Milton, he's cool. He's cool, I guess. I mean, he's Gormati. I do like Gormati, but there's not really much to say about him at all. This fucker, Gore, he's trash. I don't really have to explain anything. Zetter, wait, no, King of Torna. I'll put like him and Zetter in like D tier. Not because they're bad characters. I just don't really they're not memorable characters like that, and Zetter is kind of an asshole. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about them. This guy Radalis, he's an asshole too. I think I don't like him, bruh. He's Malthus poisoned him, but I also think Redalius, is that even his name? Redalis, whatever, was also corrupt or something. I don't know. But now we get to the Xenoblade 3 characters. I'm hyped about this one. Noah, my guy Noah, easy A tier. My guy Noah is an easy A tier. A lot of people think Noah is just like a kind of bland and boring character, kind of how I feel about Hulk, which is fair. But the Xenoblade 3 cast, I love Xenoblade 3 cast. The Xenoblade 3 party is probably my favorite party in the series. All the characters I like equally. Well, not equally. All right, that would be a massive understatement. There's one certain character I like massively more than the rest. But like the whole Xenoblade 3 character or party is pretty solid. I like them all. All right. They're all really cool, and Noah especially. I like the way he carries himself. He also just has a really nice design. I love the hair. I'm not really into ponytails, but like I love long hair. And Noah actually looks good in a ponytail. I would just wish we got an option to have Noah's hair down. Like we would have En's hair, like we got long hair Mio, long hair Noah would be oh so badass. That would be really cool. But yeah, Noah, I like Noah a lot. He's a great character. Now Mio God damn. Y'all already know I had to do this. Y'all already know. All right. Y'all already know I had to do this. Mio deserves her whole tier all on her own. Mio deserves her own tier all on her own. All right. Mio is the greatest character to ever exist ever. All right. And it's kind of funny how I'm putting Mio above Jin. But although I do like Jin as a character more and have like a deeper connection with him, I guess, Mio is just Mio, bruh. There is no way that Mio is not getting her own tier above everyone else. This is the character I was talking about, tied at number one, Jin and Mio. Oh my god, y'all already know how much I love Mio. And if you follow me on Twitter, like that's all I talk about is just Mio, 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 Mio. It's terrible, bro. It's actually terrible. Mio is like holy shit. And I'm not into cat girls. I'm gonna keep on saying that until y'all believe me. I'm not into cat girls, alright? Mio just so happens to be Gormati. Alright. But Mio is probably the character I can relate the most to out of the entire series, which is a big reason why I like her so much. A lot of you fuckers think I just like her because, oh, cat girl or oh, waifu, da 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 da, just brainless. I hate using this word, but like brainless simping over her. No, I actually relate to Mio quite a bit. All right, she's kind of like she's the type of person to where she doesn't really like making others worry, and she'll tell people that everything's okay even when it's not. And even when she's clearly not doing okay, she'll still try her best, put on this facade, and make sure everything is okay as to not worry those around her. And I'm literally the exact same way. Like I'll be in like hella depressed, my most depressed of state, and I'll still tell people, yeah, I'm fine, I'm okay, da 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 da, whatever. So it's like, bro, Mio and I are the same person. We're the same person, okay? It's like she struggles with like she has her own struggles. She struggles with um herself and like expressing her true self, I guess, and that's literally me. Mio is literally me if I was female and a Gormati flesh eater. Okay? Mio is literally me. A Welsh Gormati flesh eater. Don't forget, alright? That little Welsh gotta be thrown up in there. Cause Mio oh fuck. I think I like Mio more than Jin, but I can't do Jin like that, alright? I've been rocking with Jin for so long and understand him so well. I can't just do my guy Jin like that. But Mio, bro, Mio, oh my god, I could go on for days, weeks, months, years, decades, millennia, eons, centuries. I should have put centuries before millennia, but you get the idea. What's after eons? Eternities? I don't know. Endless now? I could be describing Mio. Greatest character ever, bro. I swear. Now, this one was a big controversial point. Probably the one that people focused on the most was Uni. I think last time I put Uni in C tier, and everyone was like losing their shit, getting their titties and dicks in a twist about it. Uni, she's not a bad. I'll put her at bottom of B. All right, I'll bump her up to B. Y'all happy now? I'll bump Uni up to bottom of B. She's not a bad character, and I actually like her quite a bit. But the reason I put her in C in the last video was because I was tired of seeing her all over the place on Twitter. It was like people were like a brainless hive mind of, oh, uni this, uni that. And it was like really annoying, especially like before the game released and right after the game released. Twitter was just full of just uni everywhere, and it was just uni all the time. And that shit got annoying quick. And it's not as prevalent now, but there's still a lot of uni everywhere. And like I said before, I don't really like her personality. I don't like like loud. She's not really disrespectful, but she's kind of like, damn, chill, you know? Just like loud, like naggy type of character or people in general. And that's Uni. So it's not really a fault of her as a character, but just how she acts. I don't really like how she acts. So that's why I put her so low. She's a great character. She's a nice character. I don't dislike Uni. I don't know why people think I hate Uni. I don't dislike Uni. I like her. I just don't like her, if that makes sense. I just don't like the way she acts and talks. She's kind of extra, and I don't like extra, okay? But yes, Uni isn't B tier, all right? I bumped her up a tier. Hopefully that's enough for y'all. Tyon, now Tyon, bruh, oh my god. Tyon's easy A. Like top A. Maybe, I might even put him in S. No, Tyon's an S tier character. I don't care. Tyon is an S tier character. Tyon is literally me. No, he's actually me. We kind of look similar, all right? I can talk like him. I can talk in the Tyon voice. It may be kind of bad right now, and I'm making a fool of myself. But Tyon is incredible. This is incredible, Senna. Like, oh, it's so fun to talk as Tyon. And I want to like do a Tyon cosplay. That would be so cool. A Tyon cosplay? Like, what? But yeah, I feel like we're both similar because he's like the very like, well, actually nerdy type of glasses character, kind of like Akos, but less of an asshole. So I'm kind of a little bit like that, kind of like a know-it-all. Okay, well, let me not say that because that makes me sound arrogant. I'm not really a know-it-all. I'm like unironic or ironically a know-it-all. I like to be a know-it-all just to like piss people off, just to be funny. Well, I'm not actually like that, okay? But I think one of my favorite moments for Tyon is when you're in going to a campsite, like a break spot, and sometimes when you interact with the break spot, there'll be a little line of dialogue before the menu comes up from one of the characters. Every time Tyon will be like, do people have to be so loud? And it's like, I couldn't relate more, all right? Like I said, I don't like being around loud people. So like Tyon gets me, bro. I'm literally Tyon. Tyon is literally me. We are each other. All right. If I was a Xenoblade character, I would be Tyon. Tyon is like the absolute perfect fit for me. Okay. We're perfect. We're like literally the same person. We look very similar. We act very similar, and he's just so cool. It's, he's great. Lands, okay. Lands, I'll put like bottom of top of B. I do like Machina. I don't really have any much to say about lands. Um he interlinks with Senna, which is nice. I do like Senna a lot. But lands was always just kind of like the neutral character for me in the Xenoblade 3 party, even though I do like him a lot. I like the whole Xenoblade 3 party. Lands is probably the character I like the least out of them. Mind you, I still like him a whole lot. The whole party, I hold him very high. He's just like the least. I've always just kind of been neutral towards Lands. His running animation is really weird. So, like, funnily enough, the running animations of the characters kind of like dictate a little bit how much I like them. My favorite running animation of the party is Senna, and her swimming animation, funnily enough. Mio's running animation is it was kinda weird at first, but I got used to it because I've seen it for so long from playing as Mio. But Senna and Uni probably have my favorite running animations. My least is Lands, unfortunately. Now Senna, she's so like pure and adorable. She's great. Um, Not quite S tier, but I'll put her up here at. Actually, I'll put her at top of A. I do like Senna a lot. She's a great character. She had like the least amount of screen time out of everyone, and her side story was more of a Shania side story, which I'm not complaining about because I also like Shania. But I don't know. Senna reminds me a lot of Bridget, and I already talked about how much I like Bridget, so that's just a given. Um, yeah, she's a blade, so you know the little Xenoblade 2 piece up in there. We kind of like those. But yeah, Senna is really cool. She's really adorable. She's kind of like Rex in a way where she's like optimistic and tries her best, and she's just really genuine. I guess that's the best way to describe her and Rex. They're like very genuine people and true to themselves. Now, I can also relate to Senna a little bit because she, I think part of her side story, and then also during the fight with Z, she was like, "I am no longer going to live." Um, she was like, I'm no longer going to live my life in the shadow of other people, or like try to live my life in the way of other people. I'm going to be myself and live the way I want to live. So she kind of has always been there to try to impress people and live the way they live instead of being her own person, which I can also relate to a lot. So it's just like Mio, I can relate to Senna a lot, which is probably why I like them. Senna and Mio are like my two favorite party members in Xenoblade 3. Probably because I can relate to them so much, especially Mio. But oh, okay, I'm rethinking this now. I kind of want to put Senna bottom of S. Top of A, I'll put her at bottom of S. Okay, I'll put her at bottom of S. Is it's not as crowded as my last list where I put like half of the series in S tier. I want to be more conservative. But yeah, Senna's cool. Riku, he's okay. He has a funny voice, which is like the only reason you need to like him. Riku has a funny voice, and during that cutscene where everyone is like in Xenoblade 3, where everyone's in the city and they're petting the baby, I guess. Riku and Manana have like they smile after Tyon was like, "This is incredible, Senna," and like Riku has like this massive shit-eating grin on, and it's great. He's like cheesing so hard. It's like this massive like anime grin, fucking ear to ear. It's great. Riku's a funny character, and he looks like Rex. Manana, is my favorite Napon in the whole series. Why? Um, she's pink, so that's enough reason to like her. Put her up here above Tora. She's pink, so that already makes me like her a lot. I love her voice. She sounds so cute and adorable when she talks, and I love the way she just like jumps around. And the name Manana is really nice too. And she's from Agnes, so there's that little Xenoblade 2 bias up in there. But no, Manana is just an overall great Napon. She's an incredible cook, unlike Mithra. So I think this is kind of a funny contrast. She's she's more like Mithra. Riku is kind of like Napon Rex, and then I say Mithra, I meant Pyra. Riku is Napon Rex, while Manana is Napon Pyra. She's an incredible cook. Pink, I guess, to like match the red. And then Rex has a theme of blue, Riku's blue, and has literally has Rex's hair. So, I mean, I guess Monica. Yeah, a lot of the heroes might just put in with blades. Okay, well, with the heroes, they have more like character development and actual like personality than the blades. A lot of the blades were just kind of there for the gotcha. A lot the heroes were actually like fleshed out a little bit. They all got their own ascension quest, giving them more personality. Monica will put it like top of C. I don't really have much to say about her class. I haven't really used it yet. Um, but she's kind of bad. Not like oh gameplay wise, but like she's kind of nice. All right, she's kind of fine, kind of bad, and she's got a nice voice. I like her accent. So I mean that's really all I can say. She's thick and has a nice accent. All right, Gondor. I don't really like Gondor all that much. He was, even though you called Monica a bitch queen, she was kind of a bitch queen at the beginning. When we first met her, she was like really just rude for no reason. And she's kind of like Uni and like very loud and aggressive. I guess that's the best way to describe them. She's like very loud and aggressive. And I don't really like that. So I'll put her in C. All right. Yorin. Yorin, I guess. Yorin's D. He he did redeem himself before he died, but that really wasn't enough for me. He was a nice friend, especially to Lance when they were all kids. And then when we came Mobius, he got all big headed and like, oh, I hold all this power. I am greater than everyone else. Like that's probably like the single thing I hate the most about people is when they get even a little bit of power, they get all big headed and think they're better than everyone. I hate that. So, and Yorin was one of them. So that already makes me like, towards him. So yeah, I don't really have much to say on him. Ethel gives the biggest mommy energy in the whole series, probably more than Morag. Um, yeah, Ethel gives big mommy energy. She's A tier. I like her a lot. Flash Fencer, it's a cool class. I like her design. The coat is really nice. She's like silver haired. She's got like silver hair, which is so cool. She's got the same hair color as Mio. Kinda Nia. Nia's is darker, but like actually no, Mio's hair is white. What the hell? Nia, I guess, is the closest. No, Melly. She's got like the closest hair color to Melly. I don't know. What the hell ever. Nia and Melly kind of have similar hair color to Ethel. Actually, Tyrea. Now that I'm looking at it, I need to stop. I do like silver hair, and she was designed by Saito, who also designed Mithra, and y'all know how much I like Mithra. So yeah, actually let me put Cosmos above Haze. Yeah, I'll put Haze at like bottom of S. This looks better, but yeah, Ethel, she didn't really do much in the story, but the little bit that she did do, she's very cool and respectable character. Miyabi, Miyabi, she's really, she's adorable. She's cute as hell. I'll put her in A. Not quite S, but yeah, I don't really have much to say about her except for that she's just cute and adorable. That's like really the only reason many people like her is because she's cute, and that's enough for me. Confused as to why I don't put her up there with Hayes in S, since that's the main reason why I like Hayes. Um, I like Hayes for more than just because she's cute, and also, Xenoblade 2 bias, haha, funny. But no, Miyabi's just cute. Hayes has more qualities about her that I like than just being cute. Chris, D tier, he literally did nothing, and then when he became a consul, he was just he's Mobius. So I mean, how could you like a Mobius? And to contradict myself, Shania is going way up there in not A. Shania is an S tier character, all right? Shania is an S tier character. I think I put her in A last time, but she's S. I don't care, all right? I think after Mio, I think I actually relate more to Shania than I do Mio. Now, hear me out. I'm actually going to make a video on Shania and about her character and why she's such a great character, even though she's a terrible character. She's a great character. I relate to Shania a lot, like a whole lot. She was kind of neglected by her mother as a child, and so she kind of grew up with this resentment towards her in the world, basically. And she was even pushed to the point to where she committed sewer slide. And Gondor didn't really help much. She kind of pushed that on. Shania was kind of rejected by Gondor like she was her mother. So Shania was having a hard time in life, all right? I feel so bad for her because I can relate to that. I was also neglected by my mother as a child while my dad was overseas. So I kind of have like attachment issues and like social, like communication issues, kind of. So I'm not like the greatest mentally. What? No, okay, I don't want to say that because it makes me sound like I'm fucking insane. But not having a parent impacts you a lot. All right, like my mom was still there, but she didn't really take care of me. She was basically there to just make sure I was still alive. As fucked as that sounds. I'm not gonna get into all that because y'all don't want to hear about that. But I relate to Shania a lot. All right, Shania. I know I keep saying this, but Shania is literally me, and I mean that in like the most straightforward way possible. Shania and I grew up basically the same, so while what she did was very like heinous and inhumane, she is a terrible person for what she did. I do understand why she did what she did and like the feelings behind it. And she was even pushed to off herself, which is very hard to do because I've had thoughts and even attempted once as well. So I know how hard it can be to actually go through with it. But Shania S tier character, she's I actually might put her up above Hayes. Yeah, Shania will forever be an S tier character. I don't care how much shit I'm gonna get for it. Shania is a great character, and I think she's slept on. All right, Shania will forever be my favorite terrible character. And it's kind of funny because then you think, why do I hate Amalthus so much if Shania is just as bad as him, if not worse? Uh, because I don't know. I just don't like Amalthus at all whatsoever in any way. Regardless of his backstory, I don't care. I will say he is a phenomenally written character. He is written to be hated, kind of like Shania, and they did such a good job with that I just hate the shit out of him. All right, I don't care what he can do. He can never do anything to redeem himself. I do not like Amalthus at all whatsoever with any fiber of my being. I don't like Amalthus. Boliaris, he's cool, I guess. He's like Ethel's aide. A lot of people like him. I'm kind of just neutral on him. I don't have much to say about Boliaris. Nimue. I'm so mad that she was not a hero, bro. Before the game came out, I was like, oh, that glass hand girl. I wish Nimue was a hero. She doesn't really have much going for her, but I'll put her like up here somewhere. She didn't really have much screen time. She did get a little character development in Tayon's side story, but her design is immaculate. I love like the whole glass thing she's got going on. I think she's a blade because I don't know what the hell those crystals are, like growing out of her head in her hand, made of like glass. I don't know what that whole thing is about. Maybe that's like another race or whatever that's like new or native to Ionios. I don't know. But Nimue's a cool character. I was so mad. I was so mad that she wasn't a hero. It would have been so cool to have her as a hero. But I mean, oh well. And the hero for DLC Wave 3 did get leaked, and it is not Nimue like I thought it was. So I already made a video about that. This was leaked like forever ago, a couple months ago. The DLC 3, Wave 3 hero got leaked. So if you want to see what they look like, I made a video on that. Go peep that. Iserd, he's just kind of Iserd, you know? His voice actor was incredible. But other than that, I don't really have much to say. I did use his class on Tyon for like the longest until I got Troubadour. So I'll put him in like C tier. He's an okay character. Don't really have much to say about him. Same with Kamaravi. He's just kind of there as like Ethel's opposite. Garvel, I don't really care. I don't really care about Garvel like at all. I really don't. Let me put okay. I don't really care about Garvel. He's kind of an asshole when the party were kids, and then also during, was it Lance's side story? When we freed his colony in Cadencia, not even his colony, but I think it was that the whole Cadencia thing with Lance in him. I think that was Lance's side story. I don't really care for Garvel. Mwamba, yeah, he's a very memey character, but I don't really, again, like a lot of these characters don't really have much to say about him. He was there for like an hour in the beginning of the game and then never again. And well, he did come back. But he didn't really get any character development. On top of that, Baldi, I mean, again, just to save time, a lot of these heroes I don't really have much to say, so I'm kind of tempted to just put them in B or in like Blades and just make this Blade/hero. But I don't really know because C is getting kind of crowded. All right, look at C is getting kind of crowded. It already has 3 rows, so I might just put I might just put Blade/heroes. It's because a lot of these heroes I don't really care for. Nah. Xeon. Xeon's okay. he is like really strict, and he does come off as an asshole, even though he, not his intention. He does come off like strong. It's like, chat, chill. But teach, teach. I like the name Teach. Um, I used his class on Mio for like the entire playthrough. My entire playthrough Xenoblade 3, I had his class on Mio. So, I mean, I guess he can go up here above everyone else just because of that. And he's Indaline, which we finally got an Indaline character other than stupid ass Amalthus. So, that's cool, I guess. Alexandria, she's a B tier character. I like Alexandria. I have my Uni is my Incursor. Unlike my main Xenoblade 3 team, Uni has Incursor, which is Alexandria's class. So Alexandria also has a really nice design, and she's just a really cool character as well. She's really pretty. Now, speaking of pretty and really cool characters, Juniper is A tier. She goes way up here. Put her up here with Rex, or do I like her more than Rex? Yeah, not as much as Bridget though. Juniper is cool. I've recently, like within the past couple days, just been using Stalker a lot. Like really grown. Stalker has really grown on me. Don't know why, but yeah, bro, look at my Twitter. I'm hitting nasty damage numbers with Mio. My Mio hit over 500,000 damage in one hit, almost 600,000. All right, she hit almost 600k with one art. My Stalker Mio is fucking disgusting, absolutely unhealthy. All right, Stalker is insane. So Juniper is probably my favorite hero, my favorite non-post game hero. That is the green. Green is like my second favorite color. So green eyes with the green hair, and she's got a bow, our first ever bow user. Oh, everything about Juniper is just great, and the name Juniper, ooh, love it. Great character. Ashura, she has a nice character. She's a nice character. She bonded with Uni a little bit, and her class is very, very nice for chain attacks. So actually, let me put this kind of bold, but I'm gonna put Uni up near the top of B tier. Yeah. That actually, I think I like Alexandria more. Yeah, Ashura, the name's beautiful. I like her design. Her red eyes are really nice, but I don't really have much to say about her. Triton, as cool as he is, he's just kind of Soul Hacker's pretty nice. And we get a console hero, which is really cool. But other than that, never really had a strong connection towards Triton. He's just kind of there. Fiona, I love Fiona. She's great. Fiona, she can go in A. She can go bottom of A. Actually, she can go higher. I'll put her like right here. Signifer is broken. Arguably one of the best classes in the entire game because the buff spamming is insane. And there's no reason you shouldn't be running Signifer, right? And I just really like the colors on Fiona. She's a very colorful character. She's got like purplish hair with pink horns, a white and turquoise outfit, which is like huge contrast. He's got like with an orange flag. She's got colors everywhere. She's very colorful. I like very like flashy and colorful clothes or designs or whatever. So I like Fiona, and she's just adorable. Sagiri, she's kind of a D tier character. I don't want to. C is already getting kind of cluttered. So Sagiri, I don't dislike her. She's just kind of there, you know. I don't really have much to say on Sagiri. She's like a very monotone. There's nothing wrong with monotone. I just don't really. I can't really think of anything like great to say about Sagiri except for her name. I do like the name Sagiri. That is a beautiful name. So I guess there's that. Gray. Um, I'll put him. I'll put him in C only. Actually, uh, I'll put him in. Yeah, I'll probably just put him in C. I don't know why Monica's way up here. Who can I? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why Monica's way up there. Uh, like put her right there. Yeah, Gray Full Metal Jaguar. Is a really nice class. I mean, it comes from Xenoblade X, which I like Xenoblade X. So, I mean, yeah, I just really like him for his class. Don't really have too many thoughts on his character. D, nope. Nope, he goes down there with a Malthus almost. D and Yorin are kind of in the same. D, this man is like actually insane. He like killed his whole colony for whatever reason. I don't even remember. But yeah, no, D's terrible. I do not like him. Unlike Yorin, he never really like reconciled or deemed himself in any type of way. Now X, oh X, bruh, she's going up there. X is also up in A tier, top of A. Close, very close to top of A. I don't know why Noah's so high up here. I'll put him like right over here. X top of A? No. Okay, I'll put X like right there behind Juniper. X, I like X a lot. All right, she is a Mobius, so there is a lot of reason to hate her. That's like the only reason you need not to like her is because she's Mobius. But bro, look at her design. Oh my god, she's got like the scar on her face, which isn't really a deciding factor. She's got like the hair going over one eye, which just drives me insane. And she's got like that beautiful white hair, and she's just really pretty. And she's got the red eye. She's got that little like purple pin in her hair. She's just so goddamn pretty. All right, X is great. Uh, I like her voice too. I guess her Mobius form is pretty nice. All right, she's got some thick ass thighs in her Mobius form, which is kind of nice. We like those. But yeah, X, I like X. All right, mainly just for her design. Y, nah, he can go down here. I don't really care for him. He's a bitch. He's just, funnily enough, because I like Z a little bit. I guess he can go like very bottom of B. Z, he's basically just the collective unconscious, just manifested. He's literally just the embodiment of the collective unconscious. I really do like his outfit though, like that maroon red suit type of thing. That's really cool. And those weird like flame horns he's got. I like his design a lot. Other than that, he's just kind of. And Van Damme, I do like him more than Xenoblade 2 Van Damme. Don't really know why, but Yeah, Guernica Van Dam. He's a cool guy, even though he looks almost exactly like Xenoblade 2 Van Dam. I do like Guernica more because he's the one who gave the party their Ouroboros powers. So in order to save them, so those 6 people in the city were kind of pissed because they just got sniped by a bunch of nobodies, which is fair. I would be kind of mad too if I was going to become an actual Ouroboros and then I got sniped because 6 kids were about to die out in some field. So I don't know. I'd be kind of pissed too. But yeah, Guernica's nice. N's up there, bro. N is up there. He is definitely a very, very great character. I didn't really have much opinion on him, but he is way up here. He's a great character, bro. He's just like me. All right, he's just like me. All he wants is Mio. All right, all he wants is just to spend the endless now with Mio, which I couldn't agree more. How could I dislike this man, bruh? We have the same #1 interest. We just want Mio. That's all we want is Mio, nothing else. As long as we got Mio, we're happy and we don't need anything else. How? What do you mean? What do you mean? That's literally me. So of course, N has to go up there. Evil Noah. I still like to call him Evil Noah. Oh, and then M? Evil Mio? Bruh, this is easy. Where else would she go? Y'all already know where this is going. There's nowhere else she belongs. It's literally Mio, bruh. We get 2 meals. We get 2 meals. How is that not badass? How is that not badass? What do you mean? Why would I put her anywhere else? I don't even all the reasons I like Mio, I like M. Except M has long hair, which I like more than short hair. So if you really think about it, M should be going up here above Mio. But nah, M is Mio. We get 2 meals, bro. Imagine having 2 meals. That was like the actually greatest thing of all time. 2 meals? What do you mean? What do you mean? Noah is one lucky ass bastard, all right? He gets 2 meals. He gets 2 meals. And then Travis, yeah, I don't really have anything to say about Travis. But yeah, that's it. That's my completed Xenoblade characters tier list. Let me zoom out because this is huge. I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay, well, I can't see that. Is that good? Yeah, man, you don't need to see a Malthus. Okay, that's it. There's my like complete updated Xenoblade characters tier list. Most of the characters are in C, which isn't a surprise since a lot of the characters actually I think there's more characters in A than there are in C actually. Holy shit. There's like 1 more. But yeah, a lot of characters I like, but a lot of characters I just feel kind of neutral on, and that's what like B and C are for. But yeah, that is my Xenoblade tier list. I might post this on Twitter. I kind of want to, but then I also kind of don't, because then if I just post it on Twitter, then there's no point to watch the video. I guess if you want to know the reasoning for the placements, then you can watch the video, but okay, I'm impatient and I want to see what people think. So yeah, that's really about it. So as always, thanks for watching. Have a damn good day. Stay safe, be well, and play some goddamn Xenoblade.